Channel3000.com Alert Center. This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, folks, and thanks for joining us on this very busy Friday. We have team coverage this morning on an alert day forecast and its impact on your commute.
Our News 3 Now live drive is up and running, but let's start with meteorologist Hattie McLean and the latest on the forecast. Hattie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. It's a very snowy start this morning across southern Wisconsin. Between 4 and 5 o'clock, we got about an inch of snow. Snow still coming down here in Madison, but we have no issues looking at the Capitol this morning. You're going to want to clean off the car today. Everything is covered in a fresh blanket of snow, so plan some extra time to first clean off the car and then some extra time to get to your destination. It is still an alert day for southern Wisconsin. Here's a look at what's currently falling. You can see some bands of heavier snow down towards Platteville and Monroe. Also a heavier band of snow moving through the Dells at this hour. Here in Madison, it's just light snow right now, but you can see in the Dells, visibility is down to a half a mile with that heavier snow. So take some care, go slow this morning. Roads are again snow covered, slippery, and very slushy. Temperatures are right around the freezing point. We're not going to go too far today, holding nearly steady between 32 and 34 degrees. Now here's a look at those first alert traffic maps. This is what it looks like on the traffic cameras. The belt line has been cleared. However, as volume increases, I would expect conditions to deteriorate a little bit as we go through the morning, especially before 9 o'clock with these bands of heavier snow moving through the area. After that, it'll be light snow on and off through the rest of the day. Lots of yellow showing up on the traffic maps this morning, though, indicating that there are many slow stretches on all those major routes into Madison. There's a disabled vehicle down in Janesville. Also an accident on the westbound side of the interstate right around Highway 26. So keep that in mind. Go slow this morning. And now we'll send it over to Christina. She's on live drive. What are you seeing, Christina?
Hi, Hattie, and good morning, everyone at home. I want you all to think about everything you've gotten done within the past 30 hours since midnight yesterday, because that's how long 32 salt truck drivers, 34 plow drivers have been out on the roads clearing them for you. We've made our way to the belt line right now this morning. That's what you're looking at. And this stretch of road has been plowed. But earlier in the show and during the 5 o'clock hour, we were down on University, Whitney Way. Those lower speed but still heavily trafficked roads around Madison are not completely plowed yet, especially on and off ramps to areas like the Beltline and any turn lanes. So be sure to be careful if you're heading out this morning. I just got off the phone with Dane County Dispatch within the past 5 minutes, and they said that the number of slide-offs has significantly picked up within the past hour. Overnight, they had seen about 6, and then during the 5 o'clock hour, they saw another 6. Now, those are spread out all throughout town. They said some are in rural areas as well, so it's slow going for all of us this morning. Down in Rock County, they said that the number of slide-offs are not a big concern. They've still only seen 2 or 3 overnight. So if you live down there, you might just be getting some better luck than us here in the Madison area. But we'll continue to drive westbound here on the Beltline and update you with road conditions all morning long. But for now, I'll send it back to you, Josh and Leah.
All right, Christina Laurie and photojournalist Mark Schilling on live drive for us. Stay safe, guys, and thank you very much.
6:04 now. We're taking another statewide look at the roads with the Department of Transportation's 511 map. Again, we're looking at a lot of blue and pink lines to remind you of what that means. Pink means slippery stretches, so serious, but a little bit more serious is the blue. That's where there's snow covered.
Yeah, we're seeing more school delays this morning from the south and west, including out towards Mineral Point, also New Glarus, Richland schools, also in the 2-hour delay category, where we are seeing more of those snow-covered roads.
You are seeing a lot of blue along the interstate, too. We were just hearing of a disabled vehicle on the on-ramp from US 14 onto the interstate just north of Janesville. We're going to keep an eye on that for you as well.
Yeah, so just a good reminder to take it slow out there this morning.
All right, 2 areas currently under snow emergencies already this morning. You will not be able to park on the street in the city of Beloit or the village of Marshall in order to help street crews clear the snow there. Those both expire, however, tomorrow.
Keep an eye on any updates with the forecast on the Channel 3000 weather app. It has the most up-to-date and accurate conditions. It'll also give you a look at the current road conditions and whether your commute's clear for the coming days. You can download it for free right now in the App Store.
We are following breaking news overnight into the Alert Center. Fitchburg police are looking for 3 suspects this morning involved in an attempted theft that turned into a shooting. It happened just after 8 at Sub-Zero off of McKee Road. Employees there say they saw 3 men going through the parking lot looking into cars. When the suspects set off a car alarm, they ran back to their own vehicle and drove off. One of those employees got into his own car and followed the suspects until they shot at him from their car. No one was hurt in this case. Police say there is no danger to the public.
Also into the Alert Center this morning, Madison police are searching for a suspect after he fired his gun in an attempted drug deal. This happened just after 7 o'clock on the Capitol Petro store on Rimrock Road. Police say the victim, a 24-year-old man, had a gun pulled on him by the suspect in an attempted drug deal. The victim and suspect fought. A shot was fired and hit the building. The suspects ran from the scene and was able to take the gun, or the victim was able to take the gun, and that victim was treated for minor injuries.
Madison police say the teen they arrested earlier this week for bringing a gun to school is now being connected to a robbery. 18-year-old Tyrese Williams is accused of pointing a gun at 2 other teenagers after the victims picked him up on Saturday, thinking he was going to buy marijuana from them. Then, on Tuesday morning, police arrested Williams after getting a tip that he brought a gun to West High School. The school resource officer there was able to find him and take the gun from his backpack.
Another high school student could be facing charges this morning after bringing a knife to Memorial High School. Officers say a plow driver called 911 after seeing a teen walking near the school holding a kitchen knife, seemingly trying to get into the school at around 9:30 in the morning. In a letter sent to parents, Memorial's principal said the school's resource officer and security assistant met the student at the door. They disarmed him and he was taken to the juvenile detention center.
All right, 6:07 on your Friday. Coming up after the break, there is a risk that coronavirus has now made its way to Wisconsin. We're following the new possible cases cropping up across the U.S. Still ahead.
But first, a live look outside right now on this Friday morning where the snow is still falling. There's a look at the Capitol. Our team coverage of how it'll affect your morning commute continues next on News 3 Now this morning.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Shopko Optical, helping you see better with the attention you deserve.
Give your home's floors a new look and get 11% off everything at Menards. Choose from our great selection of Mohawk vinyl flooring. Sheet vinyl flooring is durable and easy to install. Majesty sheet vinyl is $124 a square foot after sale price and 11% off. Home Expressions vinyl plank flooring is waterproof and easily clicks together. $195 a square foot after 11% off. Update your flooring and save with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Dear Winter, it's been fun getting to know you. Sleet, blizzards, ice. I love that you don't hold back. We didn't take it personally when you tried to bury us under 6 feet of snow. It's cool. You do your thing, and we'll do ours. Stay chill, Toyota Trucks.
Get $750 customer cash on our new 2020 Tacoma, or get $2,000 customer cash on our new 2020 Tundra. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Honk, honk, yes! Woohoo!
I don't mean to be nosy, but why are you so excited?
I'm on my way to get an oil change.
An oil change?
At Meineke, they not only replace my oil and top off my fluids, they also rotate my tires for free.
That does sound pretty awesome.
It is!
Maybe I should do that too.
Join the Meineke Rewards program to earn points for the dollars you spend. Receive free roadside assistance with select oil change packages. Go to Meineke.com to sign up today.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $9. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $9. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
You've pondered and pinned your wedding ideas? Now put them into place with Event Essentials. Our professional event staff can guide you through expert design with our high-quality, on-trend rentals. Plan your perfect wedding with Event Essentials. We supply everything but the guests.
Attic Angel community, bringing out the magic of living.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the Hattie-O patio. Snow definitely letting up over the last 30 minutes here in Madison, especially on the west side, but still falling. The ground is covered again. We had the patio shoveled about 5 o'clock this morning, and it is already covered. So be careful as you head out the door this morning. It's a very messy, snowy commute for southern Wisconsin. We have 2 alert days in the forecast. We've added Saturday to the alert days because the confidence is increasing that there's going to be some moderate to maybe heavy at times snow tonight into early Saturday, and that could add up several inches of accumulation once again. So keep that in mind if you're traveling tonight. Doppler track is showing you what's happening right now. We have a heavier band of snow right around the Dells up towards Beaver Dam. Some heavier snow then as well from the southwest corner of Dane County back towards Platteville this morning. So visibility may be reduced at times due to that snow early today. Take a wider view of what's happening across the upper Midwest. You can see that this snow is impacting mainly southern and central Wisconsin. The northwestern corner of the state pretty dry right now. The heavier snow potential tonight has prompted a winter weather advisory that will start at 6 p.m. for southeastern Wisconsin. Now that does include Rock and Jefferson counties. So Janesville, you're included in that winter weather advisory tonight into Saturday morning. Here's a look at your future track forecast model for additional snow. Again, anywhere from almost 2 inches of snow to maybe 5 or close to 6 inches in far southeastern Wisconsin coming by Saturday. A live look from the WIC-TV sky camera. This is looking west this morning because the east side is all covered in snow with a northeasterly wind this morning. Visibility has improved in Madison up to 3 miles now. Still just half a mile in the Dells, indicating some heavier snow there. Here's a look at our current temperatures. We are pretty close to freezing, if not just a little bit above in all locations this morning. So it is kind of a wetter, heavier snow, but temperatures aren't going to move too far today. We're going to hold nearly steady, pretty close to that freezing point. That does mean that there may be some rain mixing in at times, especially this afternoon. Now, here's a look at your future track forecast model. Still some snow showers ongoing by lunchtime today, and then through the afternoon, there may be a little bit of a break more towards the early evening time frame before that next batch of precipitation rolls in, probably after 8 or 9 o'clock. It could be heavy at times overnight, especially east of Madison as you head towards Milwaukee and Racine and Kenosha. Our snow will gradually taper off through the day on Saturday. Here's a closer look at additional snow for southern Wisconsin. Again, this is going through 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, so still several inches. Our extended forecast has high temperatures remaining in the 30s with a lot of clouds, but at least a much quieter forecast for the second part of the weekend. It has been messy so far, so let's send it over to Stacey Kay for all the details on that first alert traffic report this morning. Good morning, Stacey.
Good morning. You're going to want to give yourself a lot of extra time to get to work this morning. Roads are slick. Many side roads have not been plowed yet. The interstate and Beltline are mostly wet, but switching lanes is when it's super slippery. Slow down on the ramps, too. Some have not been plowed. Checking out other roads here in Dane County, both Stoughton Road and Park Street are slow approaching the Beltline. East Washington still has some snow, so be careful as you head downtown. And other main routes heading into Madison, they're moving slowly, but no crashes or delays as of now. With your first alert traffic, I'm Stacey Kay.
Stacey Kay and Hattie, thank you both very much. Breaking now into the Channel 3000 Alert Center this morning. Authorities in Texas are currently responding to an explosion. Reports say the explosion came from an industrial facility in Houston. This is new video just into our newsroom. There are reports nearby buildings have broken windows and doors. Officers say a secondary explosion is possible and air quality may pose a threat. No injuries reported so far, and the cause of that blast is unknown at this time. An investigation is ongoing.
We have more breaking news nationally overnight. The Tennessee Department of Health is testing a student at Tennessee Tech for coronavirus. They say the student does have mild symptoms and had recent travel history that was of concern. Health officials are also investigating a potential case in Los Angeles and another one in Texas involving a college student who had just returned from China. The first infected patient in the U.S. is still recovering in Washington state.
Now, this comes as at least 10 cities in China are now on lockdown due to the ongoing coronavirus outbreak. The illness has killed at least 26 people in that country on the eve of the Lunar New Year. More than 30 million people are affected by the lockdown. Transportation services have been suspended, and Shanghai Disneyland is closed to try and prevent the further spread of the virus. World Health Organization officials say the outbreak is clearly a crisis in China, but they are not ready to call it a global health emergency.
Now, we could soon see our first cases of that virus here in Wisconsin. Several UW-Platteville students are being monitored after a recent trip to Wuhan, China. A spokesperson says 6 students arrived on campus Tuesday after the trip, including 2 students who are from Wuhan. Right now, none of the students are showing symptoms, but they're still under watch just in case.
Right now, a local children's hospital will no longer allow some visitors into parts of its hospital because of an uptick in the flu and respiratory viruses. It's a temporary measure, but the American Family Children's Hospital in Madison says children 12 and under will not be allowed as visitors in the inpatient units to help protect sick patients. This does not include clinic appointments on the 1st and 2nd floors of the hospital. It is unclear when the restrictions will be lifted.
An update now. The board of UW Health says its nurses can't unionize because of restrictions under Act 10. Last month, we told you about the group of nurses wanting to be recognized as a union. The board says it's met several times to discuss it, but now says the Wisconsin legislature is the place where that conversation should continue. The group of nurses released a statement saying, in part, the board chose again to ignore us as we tell them what we need to provide the highest quality care to protect our patients and ourselves.
6:16 right now. Madison firefighters and police officers are getting ready to square off on the ice tomorrow. It'll be the 6th annual Battle of the Badges between the Mad City Police hockey team and the Madison Fire Department club hockey team. The departments will donate the money raised to Safe Communities, a group that helps those fighting opioid addiction and abuse.
We are in the hospitals, we're in the jails, you know, in really crisis, pivotal moments in people's lives, and able to offer support with the understanding of having compassion and being able to say, I've been there.
The event is tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. at Hartmeyer Ice Arena, and there are free rentals and an open skate for families before the game from 4 to 6.
My understanding is the fire department always wins, so maybe we send a little luck to the underdog.
There we go. I'm for the Mad City hockey team this year then.
There we go. All right, 6:17 now. Still ahead for us this morning. Our film critic Will Loper is joining us with the first look at what's hitting the box office this weekend.
That's coming up right after the break. Looking forward to that. But first, let's take a live look outside of what your morning commute's looking like this morning. More snow is falling, and that means a snow-covered roads. Our team coverage continues next with more live drive and also an updated look at the forecast. Stick around.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Last chance for amazing deals at Ashley Home Store's giant sale and clearance event. More clearance items, special buys, and floor samples just arrived for this final week. Final markdowns have been taken. Through Tuesday, save as much as 80% off all furniture and mattresses while they last. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our already rock-bottom sale prices. And save up to 70% off a huge selection of top-brand clearance mattresses. Bring your truck and trailer for immediate pickup or delivery is available. Through Tuesday only at Ashley Home Store's sale and clearance event.
You're invited to step into a boisterous era of glitz and glam for an unforgettable evening at Frosty Ball 2020. Prepare to be razzle-dazzled with delicious food and drinks, including a 1920s themed specialty cocktail and jazzy music by the upbeat orchestra that is sure to get you on the dance floor. Stay late for the Isthmus After Party with DJ Payne 1. We'll be putting on the Ritz in celebration of the arts. Frosty Ball 2020, January 25th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Now get a Ford F-150 with $11,489 in total estimated savings, or get 0 for 72-month financing.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
6:21 on a Friday morning, and those school delays keep rolling in, Hattie, probably for good reason this morning.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of snow in some spots overnight, and it's fallen just in the last couple of hours, so that makes it tough to get roads clear before everyone needs to head out this morning. Take a look at the radar map. Madison kids, you don't have school today, so I guess you're lucky. A great day to play outside in this fresh snow that we have now on the ground. Some bands of heavier snow to the north and west, but also southwest of Madison. Snow intensity picking up just a little bit as well. So be careful on the roads this morning. If you have to head out early, keep in mind they are slushy, snow-covered, and slippery. They're slushy because temperatures are at or above freezing. We're 33 here in Madison, 34 in Janesville, 32 in Watertown. So your bus stop weather forecast calls for all the snow gear once again today, not for the temperatures. It's going to be relatively mild with temps in the 30s today. But again, with that snow falling on and off through the day, pretty snowy on the playground today.
All right, Hattie, thank you. This weekend, a Crime Caver comes out in theaters featuring an all-star cast.
Yep, the movie is The Gentleman, and our film critic Will Loper is here with a preview. Hi.
Good morning, guys. So, writer-director Guy Ritchie, he's made his name in the British gangster genre, and after a couple of big-budget films, it appears he's going back to his roots. Now, is that a good idea? Let's see. Take a look.
I want you to imagine a character. Your boss, Mickey Pearson. You're too smart to be blackmailing us, Fletcher.
You're out of touch, and I would like you to consider an offer.
I am not for sale.
Matthew McConaughey is dropping out of his lucrative business, but there's money to be made, and the sharks start circling.
The plot begins to thicken. Now, I can't be specific about the heroes and zeros, but our protagonist is a hungry animal. There is a lot of money hanging in the balance. Our antagonist explodes on the scene like a millennial firework and has indirectly started a war.
The Gentleman is rated R.
Enjoy the show. It's gonna get messy.
Can't say no to Matthew McConaughey.
No, he's always good and throws the reconnaissance, so yeah.
Reviews, not great.
Kind of mixed. It's sort of like if you like his other movies, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, or Snatch, you're going to like this, but it's not going to win you over if that's just not your thing.
All right. Well, we'll see you Monday.
Thanks, Will.
We will. Thank
See
you.
ya.
Well, we are checking in on Live Drive every 10 minutes this morning, so you know the very latest as you head out the door.
Here's Christina Laurie with how it's looking. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Josh and Leah. Road conditions still slippery and slick out here this morning. We are on University Avenue heading towards the downtown area. You'll want to leave extra time. Dane County reporting about a dozen slide-offs, 6 of them just in the past hour. We'll have more on that ahead at 6:30.
Road conditions can change in a matter of seconds. With available 4Motion all-wheel drive, your Volkswagen can too.
Come in now to your Volkswagen dealer and lease the sophisticated and capable 2020 Tiguan S4 Motion for just $259 a month.
Every once in a while, something comes along so masterful, it leaves you in awe. So inspiring, it changes your life. So beautiful, you wish it would never end. When that happens, it's something not to be missed. Shen Yun. Returning to Overture Center for the Arts, February 4th and 5th. Tickets at shenyun.com/WI.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks at air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
So my son says to me, Mom, did you switch your Medicare plan yet? And I say, yes, Robert. Dad and I signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan through Senior Preferred. And he says, Senior Preferred? And I say, yes, Senior Preferred. They give us access to the doctors we want and the drug benefits we need. And he says, that's nice. So how is Dad doing? And I say, your father is fine. My living room, on the other hand.
Senior Preferred. Medicare Advantage plans built for you.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Dirt's going to fly at the Alliance Energy Center. The Monsters of Destruction, January 24th and 25th at 7:30 and the 26th at 2 p.m. Top monster trucks including War Wizard and Barbarian and the return of Bad Habit, along with insane action of freestyle motocross. Get pit passes at Weaver Auto Parts for a pit party with the drivers and the riders. Let's go for a ride in a monster truck. Get tickets now. Details at monstersofdestruction.com. Mountain Dew welcomes you to the Monsters of Destruction, January 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Road conditions can change in a matter of seconds. With available 4Motion all-wheel drive, your Volkswagen can too.
Come in now to your Volkswagen dealer and lease the sophisticated and capable 2020 Tiguan S4Motion for just $259 a month.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, folks. We have a busy Friday morning here at News 3 Now with another alert day in the forecast and a dicey commute for you ahead.
Yeah, our crew is out on live drive, but we're going to start with Hattie and an update on that forecast. Still snowing out there this morning, Hattie.
Josh and Leah, it's an alert day for southern Wisconsin, so plan some extra time. Slow going this morning. Also, grab the snow boots before you leave the door. The snow accumulation overnight really early this morning. 1 to 2 inches of new snow fell pretty quickly here. So everything is slushy and snow covered. We do expect on and off snow to continue through the day. Here's Doppler track zoomed in for Dane County, and you can see some heavier bands of snow rotating through. Right now, just some light snow in and around Madison. But if we zoom the map out, you can see how widespread the snow is for all of southern Wisconsin. Now, temperatures are pretty close to the freezing point, so there may be some times today where rain will mix in with the snow. Here's a look at your temperature trend before you head out the door this morning. Not moving too far today. We're starting in the low 30s, maybe climbing a degree or two. That's it as we head into the afternoon. Now let's take a look at your first alert traffic maps here in and around Madison. No major delays on the Beltline just yet, but there are some slow stretches. 14 as you approach the Beltline is pretty slow. It's getting a little busier right around Stoughton Road and the Beltline. Down in Rock County, though, kind of a mess. There is an accident that has occurred northbound I-39 at exit 175. You can see some delays associated with that accident. Also, a couple of delayed vehicles. This first one is on the entry ramp from Highway 14, so keep that in mind. Also, a stalled vehicle on the northbound side of the interstate at Highway 59. Plan some extra time to get to where you're going. Christina is on live drive this morning. Let's send it over to her. What are you seeing, Christina?
Hi, Hattie. We actually just saw a poor guy we're on University right now at just past the intersection of University and Midvale, and a guy was pulling up to the stoplight there, and he obviously didn't pump his brakes in time and slid into the snowbank, and We passed him. He's having trouble getting out of that. That's just a testament to how tough the road conditions are this morning. I don't know if you can visibly see just how bad they are. Roads look like they're pretty clear, but they're still very slick and slippery. Dane County already reporting more than a dozen slide-offs. Those have really picked up in the past hour and a half. More than half of them have happened in that time. Rock County, things are still pretty light down there, only 2 or 3 slide-offs so far this morning. We got off the Beltline. We were driving on there during our 6 o'clock top of the hour part of our show. The Beltline is pretty clear going right now. I'm sure it will get busier as more and more people start to head to work, but it's just very wet, not as icy as these lower speed side roads around town that are still heavily trafficked like here on University Avenue. But we're going to continue driving on University and tell you what we're seeing ahead at about 6:45. Josh and Leah.
Christina, Lori, stay safe out there. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to take a statewide look at the roads right now, courtesy of Wisconsin 511. And talking a little bit about those colors, we mentioned yesterday, the blue colors on the map are snow-covered roads, and the pink color more of those slippery stretches, so kind of partially covered roads. And you can see most of the area kind of with the blue, but there are some of those pink areas as well.
So you might imagine some of the worst of it is down in Rock County now. You heard Hattie talking about some of the crashes along I-39. That is where we're seeing that blue, the snow-covered roads. We're also taking a peek at a car crash that just popped up. That's along northbound US 12 along to the exit of University Avenue. We're going to keep an eye on that and have a live update coming up a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah, and we've been seeing those school delays coming in as well. You can look to the bottom of your screen and also go online to channel3000.com. Right now, at least 2 areas of southern Wisconsin are currently under snow emergencies this morning. You won't be able to park on the street in the city of Beloit or the village of Marshall in order to help street crews clear the snow, and those will both expire tomorrow.
Again, the snow is expected to stick around into the weekend, so as totals start to change, you're going to want to keep an eye on everything over on our Channel 3000 weather app. It's going to have the most up-to-date and accurate weather conditions. It'll also give you a look at current road conditions and whether your commute's clear for the coming days or if school is canceled or any community events are canceled. You can get that app for free right now in your app store.
It is 6:32 this morning. The chair of the Dane County Board is resigning effective this morning.
Sharon Corrigan says she's been asked to consider an opportunity that will take her away from the seat. She served on the county board for 10 years, the last 6 as chair. She announced last year she would not be seeking re-election. Her resignation will officially take effect at 8 this morning. Today is the final day for House managers to make their case in President Trump's impeachment trial. The managers have all focused on motive, alleging presidential abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. They cited polling from last year, showing Joe Biden ahead of President Trump in a hypothetical 2020 election. Wisconsin senators are now weighing in on the proceedings this morning.
In order to have a full, fair, and honest trial, we need witnesses with direct, first-hand knowledge of the articles of impeachment, the abuse of power, specifically the president's withholding of nearly $400 million of security assistance to Ukraine.
Let's listen to the case, the House case, the White House case, and then we should decide.
One Trump confidant tells CBS News that GOP senators have been warned, quote, vote against the president and your head will be on a pike. House managers will have just under 8 hours to wrap up their opening arguments today. The president's defense is expected to kick off their turn tomorrow.
Happening today, President Trump will be the first president to attend the March for Life. This is the 47th annual event in Washington. You'll remember the president was also the first to speak at the march through a video feed when he addressed participants in 2018. The administration has consistently worked to regulate or restrict abortion access. March for Life's president says they are deeply honored to welcome President Trump today.
The Trump administration is introducing a new rule, rolling back Obama-era protections for some U.S. waterways. The changes impact millions of miles of streams and wetlands that have been protected for half a century against pollution and development. The president says the move will benefit farmers, landowners, and businesses, but environmentalists are against this, arguing the change could threaten the nation's clean water supply. Changes are expected to roll out in the coming months.
Mexico's military police force is pushing against an advancing group of Central American migrants coming from the country's border with Guatemala. Most of them want to cross Mexico, but President Trump has been putting pressure on the Mexican government to be more restrictive to reduce the flow of migrants. 6:34 is your time this morning. Coming up in the morning sprint, we'll have the latest on the ongoing coronavirus outbreak, including possible new cases here in Wisconsin.
And let's take a live look at what your morning commute is looking like this morning. We are going to keep you updated on the conditions as they continue to deteriorate this morning, including the latest on a crash on northbound US 12. Our team coverage continues next on News 3 Now this morning.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Right now, you'll get everything from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana with blowout savings. Like an Amana washer for $3.99 and an Amana dryer for just $3.99. And you'll always get more from the More store, like our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. The Everything's on Sale sale with more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
This is Nick. Nick has grown up in a small town. He's about to graduate high school and wants to experience life at a university. The sooner he can get there, the better. Fortunately for Nick, he's a bright guy. He knows that he can save a bunch of cash by completing his general coursework at Blackhawk and then transferring to a university. He's smart, but still doesn't know how to do his own laundry. Be like Nick and discover Blackhawk.
What you see is important to you. How you see is important to us. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plunge you into deep, depressive lows. Take you to uncontrollable highs. Or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction. Or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
This election season, politicians are targeting Wisconsin, making promises and claims to capture your vote. But you deserve the truth. Only Reality Check gives you the tools you need to make informed choices. I'm News 3 Now political reporter Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back at 6:38. I'm ready for the weekend. Are you ready?
Yes, I think we all are.
This has been a long week. Let's take a look at the weekend in the 608 with a few events from Madison Magazine that we think you could check out this weekend.
A couple of cool ones. The Chicago-based dance company The Seldums will hit the stage this weekend at the world premiere of its production, Flow, in the Wisconsin Union Theater. Flow is The Seldums' interpretation of how climate change is adversely affecting the planet. You can catch that performance tonight at the Union.
Also happening this weekend for some high-energy bluegrass and folk music. Leah's already dancing. You can head to the Sylvie Saturday night. You'll hear music from Trampled by Turtles, joined by them Coolie Boys, who have their own punk and bluegrass sound.
Trampled by Turtles, heck yeah. Okay, if you're looking for something to do with the kiddos this weekend, Dino Light tells the story of a scientist who brings a dinosaur to life. Through puppetry, choreography, and high-tech lighting, the dinosaur encounters other creatures brightly outlined in the darkness. That's kind of neat. It's at the Overture Sunday afternoon.
That does sound cool. As a reminder, you can find more activities for the whole family in the best of the Madison area right now in Madison Magazine. Well, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and if you're still looking to spend the day with someone special, you might be turning to some of the dating apps.
Lots of us are, I imagine. If you're one of those people, though, you're going to want to make sure you're not getting catfished. Catfishing is when con artists come up with compelling backstories and use other people's pictures to make up their identity, tricking you into falling for the person they created. Usually, this is the first step in a phishing scheme to steal personal information or get you out of money. If you're using the apps, keep yourself safe and always be skeptical if this person finds excuses to avoid meeting you in person.
All right, and this has us asking you to sound off on Facebook as we're looking ahead to Valentine's Day. Are you for the apps or are you looking for some old-fashioned love?
Looks like old-fashioned love,
83% of you looking for old-fashioned love. And I feel like a lot of us are looking for old-fashioned love, and I think everyone kind of has their own way of finding it.
I am grateful enough to have met my boyfriend through the old-fashioned lines of communication, but it's just a sign of the times, you know? It's the tech world. You have to meet people through online these days.
Yeah, and I know many couples that have had very healthy even marriages with finding each other on Tinder or Bumble or whatever app you're using.
Certainly nothing wrong with it.
Whatever works for you, go ahead and do it.
Exactly.
All right, go on Facebook and sound off.
All right, while you're on our Facebook page, maybe you can send us a photo of your morning like Lisa did. This stunning sunrise from her spot in Dunkirk.
I wonder why you chose this one.
Oh, you know, I love a good farm photo, but we agreed earlier you're in love with this picture as well.
I love this. I just love the sky too and just kind of the silhouette of the, yeah, that's awesome.
Professional grade photo there. Thanks so much for sharing, Lisa.
Remember, you can share your morning pictures with us by using the hashtag MyNews3Morning, and we'll share our favorites right here on the show. Well, still ahead for us, we're checking back in with our live drive crew as they're keeping a close eye on the road conditions for you this morning. This is a live look at the off-ramp to University Avenue from the Beltline where a person slid off the road. This is just one of more than a dozen slide-offs being reported around Dane County this morning. Patty has the latest on the forecast coming up next.
Drive slow out there, folks. It is Friday, January 24th. We want to say happy birthday to Austin, Dakari, and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Lots of snow to play in on your birthday. Thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning.
Lucas 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Maybe we could build like a thing, you know?
To jump off?
Yeah. No, like to go all the way across. Some kind of beam to join the two sides.
You think that would help?
Yes, I do.
Well, he could be okay. Eventually, somebody has a better idea, like honest pricing with no surprise fees, ever. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. Over the past 89 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When you do something for so long, you tend to get pretty good at it. And we will continue that fight for justice every day in towns throughout Wisconsin. Habish, and Rotier.
Finish your year with up to $675 off top appliance brands at Grand Appliance and TV. Get $200 off built-in cooking, up to $200 off French door fridges, up to $100 off ranges, up to $100 off laundry pairs, and up to $75 off dishwashers. You won't find these exclusive savings at the big box store. Shop now and save. Grand Appliance and TV. You make it home, we make it grand.
Golden Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2018 new body style Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, Golden Cars is selling 2018 new body style Chevy Equinoxes for $14,995 or $239 per month.
So come in today and get your 2018 Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Golden Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Golden, GoldenCars.com.
This January, you can join Anytime Fitness for just $1. You have health and fitness goals. Let us help you reach them. Join in January and also get 2 weeks of unlimited training. Offer ends soon. Join Anytime Fitness for just $1.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $9. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $9. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to a very slippery, slick, snow-covered Monroe Street. We've seen cars struggling to get up hills this morning. Cars stuck in snowbanks near stoplights, even a car that ran into the University Avenue sign on the westbound Beltline. So if you're just heading out the door, be sure to take it slow. The roads are even worse than they were yesterday. For more on how much worse things are going to get before they finally and hopefully get better, I'm going to toss it over to meteorologist Hattie McLean. Hi, Hattie.
Thanks, Christina. You're right. It is a mess outside. We have alert days in the forecast. Let's get right to all the details. We're still talking some on and off light snow today, but we've had some brief heavier snows just in the last couple of hours, and that has created some big problems on the roads here. So again, another light accumulation through the day with low visibility possible. Then confidence is increasing that later on tonight into the overnight hours, another snow event is expected. And this one could be a little heavier with more accumulation expected. So our snow chances today very up and down through the daytime hours today. As we get to late today into tonight, snow becomes pretty much guaranteed for southern Wisconsin. It will eventually wind down through the day on Saturday, but I think it's going to take its time coming to an end on Saturday. So still snow lasting for a good part of tomorrow. That's why Saturday is an alert day. Your future track snow accumulation map from now through Saturday. This is stopping at 6:30 p.m., indicating around 2 to maybe close to 5.5 or 6 inches of snow southeast of Madison is expected. And again, the bulk of this accumulating snow will come tonight. Now, here's a look at the winter weather advisories that are going to go into effect later today. This will start at 6 p.m. for Jefferson and Rock counties. That means Janesville, you are included. We're not included here in Madison. It's areas to the south and east. Again, it starts at 6 and it goes through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here's what's happening on the radar map. We've had some bands of heavier snow lifting to the northwest through the area. So kind of a non-traditional movement from these bands of snow. The actual area of low pressure is still well to our south this morning. You can see, though, the bands of snow extend all the way down into parts of Missouri. Now, there may be some rain mixing in at times. Temperatures are relatively mild with numbers near the freezing point this morning. Here's a look at weather track. Here's our area of low pressure responsible for all of this moisture and precipitation. Now, as we go through the next 24 hours, this is going to the movement on that area of low pressure. So it'll kind of loop around and stay relatively close to us. So we keep our chances for snow in the forecast through a good part of Saturday as well. Let's take a look at those temperatures now. We're at 33 here in Madison, 30 in the Dells, 36 now in Janesville. Prairie du Chien is at 31, but reports there of some mixed precipitation falling right now. It is snow here in Madison this morning. Going through the day, we'll see periods of lighter snow or a little bit of a break in the snow activity from time to time. But even as we head towards the lunch hour, we're still looking at scattered snow showers for southern Wisconsin. Here's where you start to see some of that rain mixing in, especially to the east and south of Madison. Now, some heavier snow is expected to push through the area tonight. It'll move in from the southeast, lift to the northwest a little bit during the overnight hours. Still likely a snowy start tomorrow morning, but again, that snow then winds down throughout the day. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have temperatures that will stay in the 30s, so no Arctic air behind this particular system. It does quiet down on Sunday, but a lot of clouds in that extended forecast. Look at Andre and Jesse in Cottage Grove. This, my friends, is the right idea for today. If you can, if you can get by with it, I am all for this kind of activity.
Oh, yeah, that's in my forecast for sure. Thank you very much, Hattie.
You're welcome.
Stay with us. The morning sprint is straight ahead.
How does the automatic emergency braking in the Chevy Equinox work?
What?
Can you tell me how lane keep assist with lane departure warning works?
Lane departure warning? What is that exactly?
Kids may not know about the 2020 Chevy Equinox's standard safety features, but every parent should.
Get $3,750 cash allowance on most Equinox models. Plus, current GM owners can get an additional $750 cash allowance. And eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
For 2 decades, News 3 Now and Channel 3000 have paid tribute to top-notch teachers nominated by our viewers. Every month, we spotlight and salute an area teacher, and we want to hear about your favorite. If you know a teacher who deserves to be recognized as a top-notch teacher, send us a letter, an email, or nominate a teacher at channel3000.com.
Top-notch teachers, sponsored by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
The windows on our homes. We probably don't give them much thought. They're just there, doing what windows do. It's true, they add character and personality. They connect the inside to the outside, and the other way around. But they're also there to do much more. They're there to frame a smile. They provide the perfect light for the perfect moment. They help protect us and the ones we love.
Water makes life possible on Earth and in our homes. Culligan conserves this resource with its high-efficiency water softener, the world's best because it uses less water, and that matters to all of us. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Is the cost of youth sports clubs scaring you off?
Don't listen to the rumors.
A veteran club parent shares price-cutting tips and a benefit that's bigger than the bottom line.
Those are moments to be together.
Monday on News 3 Now at 10.
A messy evening commute.
Heavy delays are certainly expected on the Beltline.
It will take you a while to get home. It's going to continue all night. Here, the winds are really starting to pick up speed.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
It's 6:51, time for the morning sprint on this alert day with an active snow pattern that's going to continue throughout the day.
News 3 Now Live Drive is up and running once again with a look at the commute, but let's start with Hattie and her alert day forecast. Good morning, Hads.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. That's right. It's an alert day for southern Wisconsin. Here's a look at the radar map. The snow letting up in a few spots north of Madison, but a heavier band of snow just moving into areas in far southern Wisconsin south of Janesville. It will continue to lift to the north and west today. Keep in mind, temperatures are relatively mild. It's very slippery and slushy outside on the roads. Additional accumulation through 10 p.m. tonight. Looks like a 1 to 2 inch snowfall for southern Wisconsin.
Hattie, even as the snowfall starts to let up, the number of slide-offs certainly isn't. Dean County Dispatch reporting more than a dozen that happened overnight. About 3 of those down in Rock County, though. So they might see more as the snow moves into that area. So far this morning, we've seen about it all. We've seen cars struggling to get up hills, cars snuck in snowbanks near stoplights, and even a car that ran into the University Avenue sign on the westbound Beltline. That shouldn't be holding up any traffic there. It is completely off the road. But the message for everyone this morning, plan ahead, be slow, be patient, be alert. We are out on the roads all morning long, and we'll be keeping you updated every half hour going into CBS this morning. Josh and Leah.
Thank you very much, Christina. 2 areas are currently under snow emergencies this morning. You won't be able to park on the street in the city of Beloit or village of Marshall in order to help street crews there clear the snow. Both snow emergencies, though, will expire tomorrow.
Breaking news in Houston this morning where a massive explosion in an industrial building was felt for miles. It left nearby homes damaged as well. In just the last half hour, we've learned one person was taken to the hospital and people are being told to avoid the area while fires still burn. Right now, now, it's unclear what caused the explosion.
Fitchburg police are looking for 3 suspects this morning involved in an attempted theft that turned into a shooting. It happened just after 8 at Sub-Zero off of McKee Road. Employees say they saw 3 men going through the parking lot looking into cars. When the suspects set off a car alarm, they ran back to their vehicle and drove off. One of the employees got in his own car and followed the suspects until they shot at him from their vehicle.
Madison police are searching for a suspect after a gun went off in an attempted drug deal. It happened just after 7 last night at the Capitol Petro store on Rimrock Road. Police say a 24-year-old man had a gun pulled on him. The victim and suspect fought before a shot was fired in the struggle, hitting the building. The suspect ran after the victim was able to take the gun, and that victim was treated for minor injuries.
Madison police say the teen they arrested earlier this week for bringing a gun to school is now being connected to a robbery. 18-year-old Tyrese Williams is accused of pointing a gun at 2 other teenagers after they picked him up on Saturday, thinking he was going to buy marijuana from them. Police arrested Williams Tuesday after getting a tip that he brought a gun to West High School.
Another high school student could be facing charges after bringing a knife to Memorial High School. Officers say a plow driver called 911 after seeing a teen walking near the school holding a kitchen knife, seemingly trying to get into the school. Memorial's principal says the school's resource officer and security assistant met the student at the door and disarmed him. He was then taken to the juvenile detention center.
The chair of the Dane County Board is resigning this morning. Sharon Corrigan says she's been asked to consider an opportunity that will take her away from the seat she's served on for about 10 years, the last 6 as chair. She announced last year she wouldn't be seeking re-election. This officially will take effect at 8 this morning.
Governor Evers is touring the state, campaigning for a special session aimed at helping rural Wisconsin. He's calling the legislature into session next week to take up an $8.5 million package of bills designed to help dairy farmers. The legislation is designed to increase dairy exports to the rest of the U.S. and create a regional mental health program for rural farming communities.
Today is the final day for House managers to make their case in President Trump's impeachment trial. The managers have focused on motive, alleging presidential abuse of power and obstruction of justice. One Trump confidant tells CBS News GOP senators have been warned. Vote against the president and your head will be on a pike. The president's defense is expected to begin their arguments tomorrow.
At least 10 cities in China are now on lockdown due to the ongoing coronavirus. The mysterious illness has killed at least 26 people in that country. More than 30 million people are now impacted by the lockdown. Here in the U.S., one person is recovering from the virus in Washington state, while officials are now investigating possible cases in Los Angeles, Tennessee, and Texas.
We could soon see our first cases of that virus here in Wisconsin. Several UW-Platteville students are being monitored after a recent trip to Wuhan, China. A spokesperson says 6 students arrived on campus Tuesday after the trip, including 2 students who are from Wuhan. None of the students are showing symptoms right now, but they're still under watch as a precaution.
6:56. Stacey K is another look at your first alert traffic. How's it going, Stacey?
All right, there was an accident on the exit to 14 West at University Ave. I was going to say that might cause a backup, but I just found out it has been moved over. Give yourself a lot of extra time to get to work this morning. Roads are slick. Many side roads have not been plowed yet. The interstate and Beltline are mostly wet, but switching lanes is when it's super slippery. Slow down on those ramps, too. The westbound Beltline is moving along okay, but slowing down now between Stoughton Road and Monona Drive. Inbound John Nolan is slow at the Olin Ave and North Shore Drive intersections as you head downtown. And other main routes heading into Madison, they're moving slowly, but no other crashes or delays as of now. With your first alert traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacey. Here's a live look from the WIC-TV Sky Camera looking to the west from the station. Visibility is low this morning. Snow continues to fall. Here's a look at Doppler track. We have some bands of heavier snow working their way into Janesville right now, so keep in mind, roads are slippery, as Stacey mentioned. Plan a lot of extra time to get to your destination. Day planner temperatures not going too far today. We'll stay in the low to mid 30s.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
Stay with us. We're going to have an update on your morning commute throughout the